Cubs fans here with loyal Cubs fans. Dave here. Just got done watching the Cubs versus Pirates game on July 31st. Unfortunately, things didn't have a happy ending or just didn't quite go our way. It was a competitive game. Cubs lost 5-4 against the Pirates. Pirates are no pushover. Cubs are 5-5 against the Pirates, and Pirates, they have a little bit of momentum. They had an 11-game winning streak. Uh, they aren't giving up on the year. Today was a trade deadline. Instead of selling guys, they went after and got Chris Archer. So now they're within 6 games of the Cubs. They're in third place. Right now, the biggest competition for the division is Milwaukee, 1 game behind us, and they play the Dodgers later at 9. And yeah, the Brewers were able to beat the Dodgers last night. You would think, a 4-game series at LA would have a big advantage to win 3 of them. Maybe they can, but they have to win the rest of them. That would help the Cubs out. And then Cubs need to take care of business tomorrow night against Pittsburgh to at least split this 2-game series on the road. Never easy at Pittsburgh, but disappointing tonight. You have your ace, Jon Lester, on the mound. He ended up giving up 4 runs, a lot of hard hit balls, gave up a 2-run homer. A 2-run homer went in the shallowest part, 328 feet. And then I think later Wilson Contreras hit one like 400 feet, and it's a double. The bright spot, Lester giving up 4 runs in 5 innings isn't what you expect out of your ace, and then his pitch count was high. Javier Baez, he had a big 3-run homer that tied the game at the time, 3-3. Then Lester ended up giving up another run, and then Chavez had another 1-2-3 inning. He could have pitched one more inning, but I guess maybe Madden's kind of wants to maybe utilize him tomorrow or thinking ahead. Brings in Justin Wilson in the 8th inning, gives up a home run. So instead of 4-3, we're down 5-3 going into the 9th inning. Cubs finally got something cooking there in the top of the 9th. Bote gets a leadoff single, and then Russell, who's been on one of the bigger slumps, last 2 weeks, like hitting 170. He hits what looked like a triple, got Bote in. So then we're down 5-4, no outs, and what a buzzkill! They replay. He was in the base, but he apparently overslid. I could see he overslid, and the angle I had, I didn't think they were going to reverse it, but New York had a different angle, and they were confident that he got tagged when he overslid off the base and didn't get his other hand on the base. So been seeing that a lot. It's frustrating. You would think in the major leagues you know how to slide. I mean, it happens at the lower levels a lot. And just looking back at that play, too, like, he didn't run hard all the way. He could have got to third a lot easier, too, or just, making that first out. I don't know if the bats would have got it done behind him, because the next 2 batters, there's like a strikeout, and then Rizzo struck out, and then Zobrist grounded out. But yeah, that was frustrating. Thinking maybe if Russell would have ran harder, would have made a third, and Zobrist's ground ball out might have scored him to tie the game up, and then you still only have 2 outs. You never know. I wish they didn't make it so close where it comes down to that. Just needed to get more of the bats going. Just fell a little bit short. It seemed like one of those nights where we were down by quite a bit more. But Baez with that 3-run homer, and you usually win 80% of the time when you hit a 3-run homer, but wasn't meant to be tonight, unfortunately. So we'll just have to regroup. Hopefully Hamels can kind of regain his magic. He's an all-star in the past. He's obviously much older than when he was back in the 2008 glory days, and he threw a no-hitter against the Cubs. So seems to pitch pretty good in Wrigley Field, seeing some of the stats. It was a while ago, but he's got a lot of enthusiasm, and he hasn't pitched since last Monday. So we're looking at 9 days, 8 days off between starts. I know he's done some bullpen days, but And so I'm hoping he gives us a spark tomorrow. And then we need the bats to be there tomorrow as well. And kind of excited to see what Hamels can do. I felt we needed to do something, good move, putting Chatwood in the bullpen. I don't know how that's going to play out. I'm glad they didn't put him in today because it was obviously it was a tie game, and then we were down by 1, down by 2. So it was a close enough game to it. Just, I don't know what his role, if it's just going to be blowout games or how that's going to play out. One thing will be interesting tomorrow is, with this new addition, we had a trade today, Kinsler from Washington, a relief pitcher, and he's known to be a ground ball pitcher. Maybe that's what we needed instead of Justin Wilson giving up a home run. Maybe he can be your 8th, 7th inning guy in close games, but we'll see. But with the addition of him, we'll have to make a 25-man roster move. And looking at the roster, Rosario is the only guy with minor league options. And you may not want to send him down to Iowa because he's been pretty solid and pretty big sample size. ERA like right around low 2 or might be a little bit under. He's really helped us out in a lot of high leverage situations too. So it won't be an easy choice, but if you did send him down, he could be up, back up, and we're looking at 4.5 weeks, September 1st, when they expand the rosters. Otherwise, someone would have to go on the DL, or you DFA someone, like Brian Dunsing, performance-wise. Could be a DFA candidate. Be kind of unfortunate. So he has a pretty team-friendly 2 years, $7 million contract. Maybe if they could just DL him, he might be able to come back in September or come back next year, help the team more. Because last year he had the 2nd lowest ERA. So, he's definitely a guy that's done it before. Just, I know he had shoulder fatigue earlier in the year and was DL. So maybe that's part of his problems. He's just not healthy this year and trying to grind through it. Cubs, hopefully they get some help from the Dodgers tonight to beat the Brewers, so they can at least stay 1 game up, and then if Cubs can take care of business tomorrow night, I don't want the Pirates to get any closer. They could be within 5 games if they beat us tomorrow. So and then I know we play Pirates some more series, but one thing I am confident is on Madden's track record. We have more days. We have any double headers scheduled that can change with bad weather, but we typically are going to be playing every 9 games and then get a day off until I want to say like August 20th, 21st, and then you have a good 3.5 week stretch of games. But by September 1st, you have more resources in the pen. That's what really can kill you, especially when the starters aren't going deep. Hopefully that changes. I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of 1 step forward, 1 step backwards. I was Quintana after he did 7 innings, pretty good ball. Then he only makes it 3 innings, and then Henrik surprises where, he had a 2nd quality start of July, and so maybe he'll get it turned around now. So Henrik's did it yesterday, but then Lester, horrible first game after All-Star break, and then he did a great game, and then today, not so great, not a quality start. Montgomery too had a rough time last time too. So I don't know. It would be nice to get more consistency. That's why we're bringing Hamels. Chatwood hasn't had a quality start longer than I can remember. Consistently walking 6 guys in outing. It's just not going to get it done. But it'd be nice to get on a run. Let's go 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 quality starts in a row. These guys should be capable of doing it. Henrik's and Quintana should be capable of doing it. We know Lester is. 2 non-quality starts out of 3. It's not like Lester. So hopefully he gets it figured out. His next time around, he'll have like an extra day off, so he'll have 5 days off. Historically, that does help Lester, so hopefully. And the schedule on paper gets easier. I mean, we play teams like San Diego and Kansas City, Detroit. So that on paper, August looks better. Have a lot more home games. We're a lot better at home this year. Uh, but we got to play our game. Sometimes, for some reason, the bats get cold, and you don't always know what you're going to get out of the starting pitcher. So the bullpen's been pretty good lately overall. Wilson gave up a run, but looking at the last 4 games, it's like 1 run. Have to go back to like Dunsing's grand slam, but even that, the guys after did well. Bullpen, and we got a new resource. I think the bullpen's gonna be pretty good unless the starters completely fail. So hopefully Hamels and gets the other guys motivated. Darvish could be coming back, and I don't know a timetable if they're going to wait till September 1st, but I did hear he threw 35 pitches and he was positive, didn't feel any pain. So we'll see. Maybe the negative comments A-Rod make will get him motivated to want to return. So, well, enjoy the night. It was kind of a bummer game, competitive game. Hamels and the Cubs.